Hello, happy Mother's Day on this glorious and bright sunny Sunday. It is amazing outside. I wanted to share with you, this is hive number 4. I have added a third deep on here to give them something to do about the 4th, I think it was. I went ahead and inspected them, and the bottom deep had 5 frames of brood. They were 90% full. The top deep had 5 frames of brood, and they were 90% full as well. So with that, I went ahead and added on a third deep just to give them something to do, because I wanted to eventually split them. So right now their numbers are extremely well. I'm super excited. I was doing some inspections on hive number 5, 6, 7, and 8. And when I did that, I noticed that there's some drones, which is awesome. They've hatched, they're out and about. So within a couple weeks, these drones will have taken their flights, their orientation flights. They'll know where they live. And with that, we should be able to see some mating flights going on. So this is going to give us a perfect time for me to go ahead and create a split. So what I'm going to do is take one hive and split it into 2. I thought that was going to be pretty exciting. I was waiting to see drones first before I attempt any of this myself. And then I thought today this is perfect, because I can take these 2, split them into 1. This one I'll leave here, and they'll go ahead and create a new queen. This one, hypothetical, if she's up here, will have the queen. I'm going to take this one and put this in the new bee yard, which I'm going to share with you, which is super exciting. So other than that, we're just going to start disassembling the hive, see what they're doing inside. So here's their roof. Everything looks good to go with the roof. Looks like there is, some kind of a nasty spider right there. I've never seen a spider that looks like that, but that's pretty gross. So we'll get rid of that spider out of there. It was more like a crab, but a little bit more different than I was anticipating. Over here, there used to be hive number 3. They were a smaller hive. I went ahead and combined them with hive number 9. The other day we attempted that because we really wanted to see how that hive would do with having a new queen. So they're over there with the newspaper in between them, and on the next inspection we'll do a nice video for that. Inside of here is my sugar syrup container. It's empty, so I really wanted them to start working on the frames and adding some beeswax. So if you feed them sugar syrup, they'll start adding beeswax to the empty frames, which will help them out. So realistically, what will be kind of cool is if I leave this here, even though these are empty and they're working on them, it'll be super awesome for them. So we're going to see what's going to happen, but right now, looks like they're just hanging out. They've been fanning all day. I'm not really sure what's going on anyway, so I kind of wanted to take a peek. So this is a perfect day to do a split, just because I really want to know what's going on in here. So here we go. I'm going to take them apart. I know that there's nothing on here. They're just building wax right now. So far so good. I don't see anything. So there's just some bees in there, as you can see, but this is what they look like from underneath. A little bit of burr comb, not bad though. It's perfect. So we're just going to set all this aside and to make sure it doesn't teeter on here. So probably move this to a safer location, like probably where that other hive used to be would be a good spot. Just to play around for now and see what we're going to do. Okay, so there we go. I'm just hopeful. I don't know what's been going on, why they're fanning today. It's kind of interesting, so I really want to see. Let's see. We definitely still have 6 frames that are completely full on the top deep, and the other 2 end ones are not full at all. So it'll be good to see what's going on. Take a peek, and then I'll know. And if the queen's up here, yay, we'll be able to just take this whole entire hive over to the new section. And I'll show you how that's done. So, empty frame, that's what I figure. They're working on this one eventually. Here comes another one. Hello. Hello. You're all so calm, huh? You're all so calm in here, just staring up like, what are you doing? Okay. Empty frame as well. They're going to be working on these slowly. There's tons of bees in here. So many bees. It's amazing. So I'll get to show you all this cool stuff. Let me get these separated. Hello. Alright, so this one is the 3rd frame from the end. And with this, I'll show you, they are working on their honey. Pretty awesome. This side, you can see that they're building new fresh comb, because they don't have a whole lot of comb on here. So now that I took the other 2 empty frames out, that gives me some room to work. I went ahead and inspected everybody this morning. That was a success. I was able to spot lots of queen cup cells, which is what I want to do here too, because if I'm going to be replacing the queen and letting them re-queen themselves, I kind of don't want to have any queen cup cells of the hive that I'm taking that has a queen in it already. Otherwise she'll end up swarming and leaving them with basically nothing. But this is a really good frame. You can see the drones on here. There's a drone right there, so that's another hive that we have. So that makes a total of 5 today that have drones. So that's exciting. So that means that there's live drones, which means we can go ahead and do a successful split because the other hives have drones and they're not this queen's children, which is great because we don't want any crossbreeding. That's not healthy for the hives, but this looks really good. Super excited to see some drones this time. This is like so awesome, but yay. Okay, enough oogling these frames. Here we go. So there's that one. I did bring a marker out because I needed to mark these as well. Let me grab that really quick. Oh, never mind, it's over here. Let me grab the marker and I'll show you. I actually need to mark these frames because I have no years on these frames because I just put them in. So we're going to mark them with 20 for the year 2020. And these frames are going to be 20 on here. The ones with 19 are still good to go. They actually haven't even been filled or used. So because they haven't been filled or used at all, I will actually cross out 19 and put a 20 on here because this is the year I'm going to actually be using them. And this is the year they will actually be creating wax on them. So it's super important that we mark our frames because every 5 years it's advised to replace them because of the wax is contaminated with all the pesticides in the area. And it's good to replace the foundation and things like that. So regardless, we want a healthy, happy hive. We don't want an angry hive or smaller cells or anything like that. So that's why it's helpful to replace those foundations. So, okay, here comes the next one. We are looking for the queen. If we can find the queen, I can put her in her cage and I can successfully move her along. And we'll just be able to finish the inspection. Then we'll be able to decide what else to do. So with this frame, you can see the glorious, beautiful capped yellow cells. They make amazing wax. And then I was going to show you, there was a drone, there he is. So right here is the drone. He's bigger. He's got the big googly eyes, so we're super excited to see drones in here. And sometimes the drones have blue wings. There's another drone right there. So sometimes they have like this bluish hue on their wings, which is so cool. There's another big drone right there. So soon they're going to be out flying about. I don't see any coming in yet. I only see all the other bees coming in with all the pollen and nectar. They've been doing amazing out here, so this is super exciting. I'm going to go ahead and put these girls back in here. I really hope that I can find the queen. I'm trying to not smoke them as much because my last hive that I smoked, I couldn't find the queen. She always hides if I smoke them, so this one I really want to split, so I don't want to smoke them. And I need my queen cup. I mean my queen cell. Okay, why did I say queen cell? I mean queen clip, forgive me. I've been doing queen cups everywhere, queen cells everywhere. Been finding them in all of the inspections, so my words kind of get jumbled, but my queen clip is what I'm looking for. I'm hoping based on their demeanor, these bees will show me where the queen is, I'm hoping. Sometimes they reveal her to me, sometimes they don't. It just depends. If I'm super clumsy, which happens from time to time, they will get super upset, and I don't blame them because I'm not being as gentle as I could be if I accidentally drop a frame. And we don't want that. So there is a possibility that the queen's going to be up here or downstairs. I don't know, and I'm not going to know. But here's what I'm talking about with queen cup cells. So this happened to me with all of the hives. I'm going to share with you. Right here is a queen cup cell. Right here's a queen cup cell. There's 3. Here's 4. So with all 4 of these, if this hive, this top deep, will you, if this one doesn't have the queen in it, they're going to be able to fill all these up with, you know, actually they can't do that, can they? No, they can't. If the queen had laid eggs in here, they would be able to fill these up and then they would end up swarming, things like that, because these are indicators of future swarm cells. But what's going to end up happening is if the queen is not up here, and I take the queen and I find her down below, and we swap the boxes out, this hive up here will end up taking her freshest eggs possible wherever she has laid, and they will then create a queen cup cell. And that's going to be their emergency queen cup cell. And with that being said, then they will have been able to make their own queen. The reason they can't use those cells on the bottom of the frames for that process is because they don't actually have any eggs in them yet. So if they wanted to go ahead and swarm, they would encourage the queen to lay an egg in there, and then poof, that would end up becoming a virgin queen as well. But right now, that's not the process that's going on. They're just building drones. The queen cup cells are empty for the swarm cells. I do need to remove them, so that way, if we do get a future queen, she won't be laying in there. But it looks like to me, out of all these frames, the queen is not upstairs. She's going to be downstairs. So I can actually take this frame, this whole entire hive right here, the D. I'm going to probably have to just go ahead and sit them up here, look down below, see if I can find the queen down below. So with this, I need to move the frames over. This is where it becomes a tricky, tricky mess. Okay, move them all back in order where they were. We're going to go nice and slow. You have to forgive me, the smoke is right here. It's a little bit, makes me like kind of want to catch my breath sometimes. I'm trying to use different type of burner in here, different type of fuel. So it just kind of, I don't know, the local grasses and stuff from here have been really causing me to catch my breath quite a bit. So I must have some type of allergy to this, whatever's in the air once it's burning. So okay, here we go. Push all these back together. I'm going to put these two empty frames back together as well. It's crazy. All these foragers are just coming and going, coming and going. And it's supposed to be the hottest part of the day, and they're just so busy, 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 busy. And they're just always here. This hive is booming constantly. It's the coolest thing ever. So this hive, I was really excited when I did my inspections. About a week ago, I was just so excited. I don't know. There's something really awesome with that. So I knew this hive was going to be the one to split for my first split of the year. I like to catch them before they start swarming, essentially. Okay, here we go. We gotta break the seal. Ooh. Good on the heavy side. That's how much is in here. This is great. Okay. Good girls. Okay. Make sure that they're nice and level so that there's no teetering. You can see how many bees are here. There's a ton. It's amazing. I'm gonna double check the camera real quick and see how it's going so you can see all this room right there. There you go. See if I can zoom in for you. You can really see the activity. It's pretty awesome. So, okay. Hello. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is basically 70% full still. They're really good. I think if the queen's in here, well, I know for a fact, if the queen's in here, we're just gonna go ahead and split. So I'll take this box over to the new area. Or we can just swap boxes and leave them be. And just take the queen out. Either way, it doesn't matter. You want the queen to be left with as much bees as possible. This frame's heavy. This is part of the reason is these are full of honey. It's just glorious. It's amazing, beautiful capped honey. Excuse me, that smoke is like right in my face. Okay. Here we go. Taking these, setting them aside. There we go, they're still filling everything up. Again, I'm trying to look for the queen, but I'm also looking for the freshest eggs possible so that I know that if I take from them their queen, that they're going to be able to make a new queen. So I want to make sure that they are well prepared for this super awesome event to happen, because it will happen if I do it properly. Okay, I don't see any queen yet. So excited. excited, so nervous, so excited. This is just going to be amazing. I've been looking forward to this all day long. I've been waiting and want to have the perfect time where I can close up the entrance, make it all perfect. Really, there she is. Okay. I was gonna say I'm really expecting to see the queen because I can feel that she's here. Like she is here. Okay. So hopefully you can see this. There's the queen. She's got the green on her right there. There she is. She's super perfect. There's a drone right there too. So drone, queen, queen, drone. Okay. There's some more drones on here. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'll double check real quick that you can actually see. Sometimes the frames haven't been recording my battery dice. There's the queen. See? Nice and green. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clip her and put her in this, well, I'm going to put her in a queen clip. I'm not really clipping her. So nice and gentle. We're going to gently put her in here. This is where the skill level comes into play. Okay, she's in here, so are her minions. Her little workers are in here, and they'll take care of her. But the only problem I ran into the other inspection was that the bees could fit their heads through. So they can fly in and out. See how they can get out of there? They're just coming right out. So they're skinny enough, the queen's not. This is good. So right now she's in here. I'm going to try to look for the freshest eggs possible, make sure that we even have eggs. Alright, let me set her down for a second. I know there's fresh eggs in here. I just want to triple check in the sunlight because I can see them from a glare. But I really need to make sure of what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That's what I figured. There's beautiful, glorious cells in here. Nice little honeycomb cells. Nice little honeybees are in there. Little eggs, fresh eggs. It's amazing. Okay. Here we go. So, again, we've got some capped brood here. We want to make sure that whatever the hive is left with, that basically the queen comes out of here. All the worker bees can all come back in here tonight and they will fill this up. That way when they do prepare a new queen, they will have enough bees to keep fulfilling all their needs. So I don't want to take much from here, if anything at all. I would really like to leave everything as is, as long as both of my top deep and bottom deep have adequate place. Now that the queen's over here, I can safely inspect the rest of everything, make sure they're good to go. When she goes to the new location, she's not going to have very many workers with her other than what was in the other deep. So with that being said, we need to be cautious of that too, so that way she has some babies that are going to be born that'll take care of her as well. Basically, I just want to do a 50-50 split. That would be ideal for me. We're going to move the queen back over. Keep inspecting all of this. And I definitely know that they're going to be irritable for a few days. It's going to take approximately 16 days from the date that they get started to the birth of the queen. And I would really like to check them at about 7 to 10 days when I can confirm that the queen is in here with their queen cup cells, and that way I can update you on how they're doing, their progress and everything. Okay, so this hive has really high numbers. Looks like they have 7 frames that are full right now. So 7 frames are full. With that being said, even though they are going to create a new queen, I'm still going to leave the empty queen on top. That was the technical third one, so they can play with that and get everything going. That way they can keep filling it up, have more room for the new queen to lay, stuff like that. So that's my goal right now. I'm going to put everything back together. It's going to get kind of busy because they know that I have their queen sitting there and they don't know why she's not in here and out and about. Okay. Here we go. There. Okay. A little bit of honey here. My frame got stuck on here. So we'll add that honey back into the hive. Let them eat all of that. There we go. I've had a huge problem with ants this year. Not surprised. But a little bit bigger of a problem with ants, so. Okay, we saw the freshest eggs possible in this hive. I didn't see a whole lot. I just saw 1 frame. But I saw them. So I'm hopeful that maybe, possibly, maybe this hive, this deep, has more of the freshest eggs possible. If that's the case, maybe I can swap one of the frames around before I take the queen. I want to give check for that in just a second. Right now, let's see what we got going on. Hello again. I know I'm being intrusive, aren't I? You're like, you were just up here. I know. Thought I was. Okay. I'm going to try to check for one of your frames. I need the freshest eggs. Can you give me the freshest eggs? Now this has a lot of non-fresh eggs because they're all capped, so this one's not a good one. This will give the queen numbers that she needs. This will not give them a chance, nor this one. Okay, what about frame number 3? What do we got going on? Do you have any fresh eggs in here that I can utilize? Nope, same thing. These are all covered. Okay. I know we got 1 frame for sure. I'm just looking for 2. 2 is all I'm looking for. 2 of the freshest possible. Okay, I see fresh eggs. I'm not sure the age of the eggs, but I do see the eggs right there. So those look brand new. I don't see any food in there whatsoever. I just see the eggs. So I don't see that they've started to feed them. So she might have laid them very recently. So with that being said, I would like to take this frame and put it into here. So at least the bees have a chance at having more fresh eggs. Better to be safe than sorry when it comes to this project. This assignment, this whole splitting thing. I want to make triple sure. There's a brood nest here, which is great. I'm going to take this frame here with the freshest eggs. Got them on... the foundations are yellow, so it makes seeing eggs a little bit more complicated, but there they are. Okay, I'm going to put them together. That way the brood nest is together with the freshest eggs. So here we go. I'm going to gently push these together, and here is where it happens. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. We are going to literally stop the video and do a second part because I know I'm going to run out of time. I want to go ahead and show you where the new apiary is. It's not very far. And what it's going to look like when I move this. And we'll reintroduce the queen into her normal hive. And this will be it for them in their new location. So give me just a moment. I'm going to stop this video. And I will do a part 2 of hive number 4 and their split. Okay, here's this one. This is where the queen's gonna go. You can see clearly they have tons of numbers here. They're gonna do really well making a new queen. This will be fine. So we'll take these bees right here with the queen. We're gonna go ahead and put them up here. And I'm gonna stop the video for now, put it all back together. 5 minutes, so we're good. Okay. So basically, because this is here, I'm going to need to put this box on here, get them all back to normal, and we'll go from there. So let's see. Give them a little bit of smoke to get them all back in here so I don't squish them. Would be preferred. I just want them a little bit calm. I want them to gorge themselves on their honey so that way they're nice and chill before I take away their queen. They're not going to be happy, but we need to do this so that way we can have swarm prevention. Also, what is 1 then becomes 2. So we're going to try this and see how this goes. It should be pretty awesome. Okay, they're nice and good now. This hive right here has the queen on top, so we're perfectly square. No big deal. I can gently set them over here. As you can see, accidents happen, so I have to be a little bit more cautious. This is empty. Of course, it's stuck now from the propolis on here. Let's see. Ooh. Propolis is a very good glue for the bees. Okay, here it comes. Here comes the deep. Because they are so full down below, I really want to make sure that they're good to go. So we're going to make sure that they have a second deep that they can play with. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take their inner cover. Here we go. Here is their inner cover with their mouse guard. I'm going to put this back on here, make sure that these are good to go. Okay, let me make sure my frames are good. Because I'm not going to touch them for a while. I'm not going to touch them until they've made that queen. That's the important part, not to mess with them. So here we go. Make sure these are square, exactly what I want them to be. Voila. Hello. They're bringing in so much pollen, so much nectar is super cool. Okay. I'm going to fix their mouse guard later. They still have a little bit of sugar here. It's not much. They haven't really been eating it. But because they're going to create a new queen, I'm going to definitely have to feed them sugar syrup so they continue on. Here we go. Put their empty observation box on top. Here we go. Okay. Everything else is going to be good to go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the roof on here. There we go. Now they're going to be freaking out for a while. Where's our queen? I have their sugar syrup with me, so I can put that in here. I need to make sure that their hive is back to normal. They're going to start pheromoning for her. They want to know where she's at. She's not going to be here, so here we go. Alright, girls. Okay, good to go. And I'm going to stop the video. So I'll see you in a little bit when I move us over to the new section. And there you go. You can see them all going right back in, all the foragers. And right there on the ground is the queen with her new box that we're going to walk over across the yard. So I will stop this and I'll see you in a minute. Thank you.